All right, so let's talk about the last section of our study guide, okay? So solve the multiplication problems using models and or equations. So basically I can solve them in any way I want. Silver City is 30 miles away. Tom has driven 1/5 of the distance. What's the distance? 30. 1/5 of the distance. What does of mean? Of means multiply. How many miles has Tom driven? 1/5 of the distance. This is the kind of phrasing we need to get used to understand that these are multiplication problems. So how am I going to set this up? 1/5 of 30. Follow the steps that we know how to do. 1 times 30 is 30. 5 times 1 is 5. What is 30 divided by 5? Some of us already know 30 divided by 5 is. Some of us might need to do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 5 tells me how many is put into a group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 whole groups. 30 divided by 5 is 6. 30 divided by 5 is 6. All right, let's talk about Joan here. She's making a poster to take to her favorite band's concert. The poster is decorated by this. 3 2/3 feet by 2 2/5. What's the area? Area is my big action word. So I have to do 3 2/3 times 2 2/5. 3 times 2. Love that box. Always easiest. 2 times 2/3. Every whole number has a denominator of 1. Equals 4/3. 3 times 2/5. 3 times 2/5. Every whole number has a denominator of 1. 6/5. 2/5 times 2/3 equals 4/15. So let's add 6 wholes, 4/3. There's a better way for me to write that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of them go in one group, so 1 whole and 1/3. 1 whole and 1/3. What about this one? 6/5. Let's draw it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many go in a group? 5. 1 whole, 1/5. 1 whole, 1/5. And then I have 4/15. Okay, I'm going to follow my same strategy. I'm going to cover up my last one. Cover up the last one. Times 5, times 5, times 3, times 3. 5/15, 3/15. So I can't forget to add 4, 3, 5. Add your 3 parts. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 4 is 12. 6, 7, 8. 12/15 can be simplified. So step 1, step 2, not an improper fraction. So now I just need to multiply. I can divide by 3, divide by 3. 8 4/5. All right, let's talk about the next one. There's 3.5 bus loads of students in the parking lot. The students are getting ready to go on the field trip. 4/7 of the students on the bus. How many students are on the bus? 3.5. How many buses would it take to carry only the girls? So I have 3.5 times 4/7. Some of us struggled with how to set this up. I have 2 parts and 1 part. So that means my rectangle sections only needs to be 4/7 times 3.5. That means I only have 2 boxes. 3 times 4/7. Denominator of a whole number is 1. 12/7. So 4/7 times 1/2. 1 times 4 is 4. 7 times 2 is 14. All right, let's do it. It's an improper fraction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. So we're going to put 7 in a group. And how many do I have left over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left over. My denominator stays the same. So I have to add 1 5/7 and 4/14. Okay, I could solve this 2 different ways. Whoops. I made that 1 super big. Okay, the first way, I'm going to keep 14 by itself and just change this one to get to 14. 7 times 2 is 14. Add 10 plus 4 and I get 14/14. Plus 1. This is another one, so my answer is 2. 2 buses. All right, let's say I didn't know that. Let's multiply times 14 times 14 times 7 times 7. Okay, I don't know what 14 times 7 is, so I'm going to do that work over here. 4 times 7 is 8. Carry the 2. 7 times 1 is 7. 2 more is 9. Okay, now I know. 98. 98. I know 4 times 7 is 28, so I got that one. But I don't know what 5 times 14 is. Do it on the side, because 5 times 14. 4 times 5 is 20, 0, carry the 2. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. All right, 70 plus 28 is 98. My whole number is 1. 98/90ths is equal to 1. So again, my answer is 2. Either way I do it. If I realized I could do less, smaller work over here, but if we didn't understand where I knew to get 2, just do it the way you know. So Jake poured 6 pitchers of water in his fish tank. Each pitcher held 2 2/5 quarts of water. How many quarts of water do you put in his fish tank? So Jake poured 6 pitchers, and each pitcher held this much. So I'm going to do 2 2/5 6 times. 4, 5, 6. Or rectangle sections, 6 times 2 2/5. So practice this for the test. When you have whole numbers times fractions, are you going to do repeated addition, or are you going to do it this way? Pick one way and practice it. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 2/5 is, every denominator of a whole number is 1, is 12/5. How do I do this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many are going in a group? 5. 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So it was 2 wholes with 2 left over. My denominator stays the same. So I have 12, and I have 2 2/5. So my answer is 14 2/5. All I did was add these. All right, so tomorrow night's homework is to practice what you don't understand about these. Make up more problems that are just like it and quiz yourself. Maybe you have a calculator at home that can tell you that answer, or if you have a mom or a dad that can help check your work to see if you got the right answer.